mm, I, mm, I, mm, I, 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 it's like a baton. I just flip around. It's all over me. I never put it down. I can wear it on any part of my body. I can take it. I can stomp on it. I can use it. I can throw it at something. I can take it and I can create a river using it. I can just spike the whole entire piece of paper with it, and it's great for me. I can spit it out. I can spit it out using it. I can spit it out using my utensil. I think it's important because for this shot process is duly portrayed, and I think that's very important for an artist, especially if you're coming up with something out of your peppers. I can honestly say that I was a very rambunctious child at that point. I had a hard time listening to a lot of different people, especially my family. I had a lot of ADHD when I was younger, so I was a little bit impulsive, and sometimes I could even be kind of a bully. A lot of role play. I felt like that I could express myself pretty clearly by mimicking and acting out characters from movies that I really liked to watch. I also did a lot of drawing when I was younger. I was out there, I was completing an action, I was in my own head, I was mimicking a scene from a movie. But I will say that it was never truly this fast. Skeppers. 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 We would go places. You would travel, and you would see all these large things around you. They could be monuments. They could be towers. They could be these huge caterpillars that streak into the sky, and I would see them as dangerous. I would see them as trying to crush me. Those days, it was fun. We'd go on the a seesaw kind of like day, and we would just sit there and we'd go up and down, and he would show me how to fly. The look and nature of Skeppers, he was just like a little gnome, or a little tiny pigeon that would just be on my shoulder all the time. Sometimes I wanted to swat him away, and he was real pugnacious, real seedy looking. He was almost like a little pugnacious parrot or something like that. He was very small. He always smoked a cigarette, and yet he was very assertive. He was very mischievous. He would get me into some trouble sometimes, but he'd also get me into some great adventures. I would take sticks, buried treasure in my backyard, pretend to climb mountains. We would fight pirates, play structures in my backyard. My slide. We would take poops together. When I was sleeping, I'd look over and he'd look over at me, and he would see me and I'd see him. Kind of like the reflection of Skeppers, kind of how it comes out of my head, portrayed on paper. Skeppers always taught me to be assertive, to be aggressive, and to always use my imaginative eye, not to always see things from a realistic point of view. I was very shy, honestly, as a kid, and I think that was a problem for me, and it was great to have kind of this friend around me to help influence me. In that sense, but he would get me in a lot of trouble because he would make me lie so much. It's like sometimes they would claw at me. So, I would do something, and people just wouldn't be receptive of it. I would create a piece that it would just people would say they would see something in it and they wouldn't understand, or they'd say it was interesting or maybe unique. Oh, today I gotta go to the bank. I gotta go put my money in. Let's see. I gotta get the paycheck. I gotta go pick up the cat. The rules, and who cares about how realistic it has to look. I express myself in many different ways. One way is I express myself still by mimicking people's voices, talking with people. Um, I mean, I also create a lot of artwork for myself personally. I don't really like creating it any other way. It can be something that has form and shape to. I just learned that I can't really be mean to people. I can't really. You have something that is very cold, and that is the North Pole. He was a good friend, and he really taught me to use my creative eye. He helped me to mentalize everything in my head and see it as an image. It can be anything. I can see a person's face, I can see a scene, I can see all of that. So he had a huge impact on helping me to foster that ability. Skeppers.